What is that, tripod wrestling?
Hey, what's happening? I hurt my arm.
Yeah, we're live too.
Oh shit. Hey, we're out in left field. This is Nick.
I'm Jeff.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to talk about one of our least and favorite topics of all time. It's called truck driving. You can leave now if you want.
I would like to leave.
Okay. So, trucking. So it runs America. If we don't have truck drivers, literally it stops everything. I want you to take a moment. This is real. I want you to take a moment and look around everything in your house. Everything. And I want you to understand that everything was moved by a semi at least 5 times. That's crazy.
Yes.
Every single
Yes.
thing in your house. Look at the glass. The glass comes from sand. Sand is shipped to the glass where they make it, and then they make it, and then they ship it to wherever, and then whatever. I mean, it's crazy. It's nuts. Paper.
The
same
saying
way.
is, if
Paper's worse.
you bought it, we brought it.
That's right.
And that could even be true if you walk by a mirror, because there's a lot of truck driver kids out there.
That's funny. So I used to be with somebody that had that happen. Her grandfather, I can't say who, but her grandfather was a truck driver for like 45 years. He went all over, had a bunch of girlfriends in different states, and ended up getting one pregnant. And it was almost the same age as her mom. So nobody liked this whole situation. They loved him, hated that happened, of course. But then come to find out that the grandmother cheated as well while he was on the road and got pregnant by somebody else. So it wasn't really her grandfather to begin with. True story.
Okay, that's probably from the 70s, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Like love, not
No,
war.
that was from the 60s.
60s. Okay.
From the 60s.
Damn hippies. Hippie truck drivers were the worst.
Crazy, man. We're talking
You know,
about
hippie truck driver thing, it like stuck in there for a while. Because I remember when I went to Indiana, there was a truck driver, and I've always seen him with flip-flops on.
I wear flip-flops. I don't, so we met in truck driving. I think everybody, knows that. I don't know if I ever wore flip-flops there or not. I don't think so. I wore flip-flops while I drove, just so I could take my shoes off. If I could walk around barefooted, I would. I'm like a hippie.
Yes, a lot like a hippie. Yeah.
Let me put my bag of rocks over here somewhere.
Yeah. A sack of rocks, you say?
You think I'm kidding? I've got sage. Let's see. Ooh, I've got sticks to burn. This is Palo Santo. Oh my god, it smells so good. I got salt. A lot of people don't know you can put your weed in here too, man.
So the thing with the hippies are they had all this stuff, these I want to say mood rocks, but they're like a version of cleansing and energetic rocks and stuff. And they had all this stuff that you were just showing us and everything. They had a whole arsenal of stuff. The one thing they didn't have, the one thing that was missing was condoms. Do you have any of those?
I do not.
See? He's a hippie.
Damn it. You got me.
Yep. Hippie Mickey.
You know what? Hold on. Would a hippie have a book about witches? I didn't think so. Would a hippie have a book on Buddhism? I don't think so.
Yes, they would.
I've also got the Holy Bible.
I hope it's not holy.
I've got more books on. I've got books on Buddhism for healing.
Woo!
I've got like 4 or 5 books on Buddhism.
That's like Chinese porn right there, isn't it?
Kind of.
All right, let's talk about trucking.
Okay, guess what? Guess what a truck brought me? 150 most famous poems. Would a hippie have that? You know what? They might.
You're not up to your case. Yes, they would.
Yes, they would. Hey Nick, what kind of clothes do you wear on the everyday basis? I wear linen. It's so comfy. Don't judge me, monkey.
No, at least you still got hair.
It's true.
You ain't passing out flowers in your linen robe at the airport.
Right.
Hare Krishna, get it?
Right. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
They call them Hare Krishnas, but they don't have any hair.
They're not Christians either.
I'm half there. See? Half there with half the hair. I'm actually waiting for a 4-inch.
You can't show that. That is offensive. It's racist.
I'm waiting for a 4-inch part to come into style, and then I'm all good.
All right, so back to trucking. Back to trucking.
Oh, Lord.
Does everybody know what a trucker clock is? Raise your hand. Jeff is scratching his trucker clock as we speak. I say, who does anybody know what a trucker clock is? He's going. No.
It's always got to go there, don't it, with the trucker jokes. Shit.
All right, tell me a joke in 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, you glitched here a little bit. They that wasn't even the punchline. Okay, here's the joke. There's a lady sitting on an airplane, and a nice guy in a suit and everything sits down beside her and everything, and she says, boy, you look nice and everything. What do you do for a living? The guy says, I'm a doctor. And he says, I don't talk on the flights. I catch up on sleep. And he says, so if you don't mind, I'd rather not carry on a conversation because I do a lot of speaking and I have to use this time to sleep or I won't get enough. She says, I just had a question for you. He says, all right, I'll answer one question. And, and then I can go to sleep, right? She says, sure, no problem. Well, anyway, so she says, well, can I get pregnant if my boyfriend does it to me in my backside? And he says, yes. And he says that baby's going to grow up to be an asshole, and it'll grow up to drive a truck. It'll be a truck driver. Well, the guy in the seat in front of him starts yelling and screaming, turns around, sticks his finger in that doctor's face, and he says, I have never been so offended in all my life. I cannot believe you call yourself a professional. He says, I have never been so appalled. He says, you're ridiculous. And well, the doctor, he thinks, he says, I you're right. I apologize and everything. And he says, are you a truck driver? And the guy says, hell no. He says, I'm an asshole. Just offended him again by calling him a truck driver.
Oh shit. Okay. Let's talk about one of our most weirdest, funniest moments being a truck driver. I'll go first. So I'm in Tyler, Texas. I think it's Tyler, Texas, where that big TA is on I-20, and you can park like 400 trucks there. It's humongous. Okay, and I parked there for the weekend. Inside has a I can hear myself breathe in this mic. That's weird.
Stop it.
Right. Inside they have like, the biggest arcade ever. And I was, God, that was 2009. So I was 23. So I still play video games kind of like I do today. I'm not a hippie. I play video games. I'm trying to decide how I'm not a hippie, and I just keep bringing it up that I am. So,
you still sleep like a truck driver. So, when you're asleep, you're not a hippie.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Sleep apnea and all that tells you I'm a truck driver. That's not a good joke. Anyway, so I'm sitting there and I'm catching up my log books. Logbook. And I see the So I'm sitting there and I see this girl get out of the truck and I'm not gonna lie, she's looking good. I'm single. I see this girl, okay, I don't want to offend anybody, but if you got that, So she's walking, she's got this spaghetti strap on, she's got tight fitting jeans on, and and flip flops. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So she comes up to my truck and she goes, hey, do you mind if I come in there? It's really hot. My truck just broke down. I said, sure, that's not a problem. I would have done that for anybody. And so she gets up there and we're talking. I'm still catching up on my paperwork. I said, feel free to cool down. I'm catching up on my paperwork. She goes, oh, thank you so much. It's so hot out there. And it was like 105. So I get done with my paperwork and I put it all in a binder. Like I have one of those clipboards with that you open it up, you put everything in there and close it. And I shove it up in my little cubby. And I look at her and we're talking, just bullshitting. Ask her how long she's been out here. And she goes, oh, I've been doing this for 10 years. I'm like, oh, God. This is my second year. And I said, do you want something to drink? Like, she was sweating. She goes, sure. I said, you want a Coke or water or something? She goes, I'll take a Coke. So I go, okay. So I reached in. And so as you're sitting in the captain's chair, you have to, reach like this to get into your fridge. And when I come out, she's got the girls hanging out. Daddy liked. Not gonna lie. And I'm sitting here looking stupid with 2 Cokes. She had 2 liters of her own.
Right.
So she goes, do you want to play? And I said, yes, ma'am, I do. And she goes, okay. Well, it's going to be $25. I said, for what? She goes, to play with me. It's going to be $25. I said, are you a prostitute? She goes, well, kinda. And I said, ma'am, as long as I've been on the road and as good as you look, as much as I would love to do stuff, I don't want to get AIDS. And it offended her. And I was like, you're going to have to get out. Seriously. And I I said, but you can still have the Coke. she flipped me off and got out of the truck and slammed the door.
She didn't take the Coke?
She did not take the Coke.
Damn it. That's surprising.
Oh my God, I felt disgusted. You know, two random people meeting, hooking up, cool.
Yeah.
Two random people hooking up when the person just got out of another truck,
Mm.
knowing that she doesn't drive a truck. Oh God.
They usually use that Coke to clean themselves in between trucks.
Yep, that's true. They do.
That's
Gross.
why.
I've only seen two. Yeah. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
I can hear him running.
Damn it.
He was sitting on the paper behind me, the packing paper. Anyway, I've only seen two lot lizards my whole career, and I drove for 10 years. One was in Texas, one was in Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee. Black girl in a Chevy Cruze pulls up. She saw I had my window down. She gets out and she pulls her tits out. She goes, "Can you see these? I don't know what's going on. Like, do you want these by any chance?" And I'm like, "No, thanks." And I shit you not, she gets in her car, backs up, pulls forward, and a cop pulls behind her and pulls her over, takes her to jail. That happened right in front of me.
You were that close to getting busted.
I was nowhere near close to getting close.
Oh my gosh.
I'm probably, one of the only guys in the world not to mess with a prostitute.
Yeah. I didn't mess with them, so I'm good. That makes two of us.
That sounds like a lie. Everybody,
Got one story, but it is funny.
go. Let's hear it.
It's October. It's late October, and I'm in a truck stop sitting there in the window and everything. I always carried bags of candy because you get the best deals around trick or treat, time, Halloween. So I'd stock up on candy in there. Well, I have this girl walk up, beat on the truck door. I roll the window down.
Skunk monkey.
And I look down, and she looks like a streetwalker. And I start laughing my ass off. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe it. This is so good. And I'm like, hang on. And I reach down and I grab a handful of candy and I put it out the window, and she opens her hands up and takes it. And she goes, "What the fuck?" And I said, "That's the best lot lizard outfit I've ever seen." She throws the candy down, walks out in front of the truck in the parking lot, and flips me off and calls me an asshole. And I'm losing it. And then they get on the CB and they go, "Hey, what'd you do to that lot lizard?" Pissed her off. I said, "I gave her trick or treat candy. I thought she was dressed for Halloween." He said, "That's the funniest thing we've ever seen." And it was hilarious, man. I was in tears laughing about that. I can still see it. Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Now, have you ever heard come over the radio? Is anybody looking for a commercial?
Commercial break? Oh, yeah.
Yep. So, this is one of those things, everybody, that you don't do. If you hear somebody saying commercial break, commercial break, leave it alone. Because, especially if it's a dude.
Right. Well, unless you're into that.
Tell them why, Jeff.
It's a lot lizard. And it's not the kind of commercial you're thinking about.
No.
Nothing funny about it. It's not a Super Bowl commercial.
Nope.
Hell, those aren't even funny anymore.
God, they're terrible. Yeah, it's you don't do that. Oh God.
Yeah, that's how they advertise to the truck drivers because we're commercial drivers and they want commercial breaks with us, and I don't know why.
All right, let's talk about the worst time you ever had in a truck.
Which one? I'm still having them.
Well, okay. So the very first time I had an accident, I was running for the same company. It was 2009. No. Yeah, it was 2009. And I was in Illinois, and it was coming up 74. And there was a TA and a pilot, and it sits right next to each other. The parking lot actually connects in the back. I don't remember where it is. I just remember that. So I went through the TA parking lot, saw a parking spot, but it was in a spot that I didn't want to do. So I went through to the pilot. When I got over to the pilot, I saw somebody pull out, and it was right in front of the shop, the workshop. So I made my way back around. I had just drove 12, 13 hours. It was bad. I was trying to get home for the next day. This is another thing that you don't do. Okay? So, don't drive tired, no matter what. So I pull through, and I had to S. So I had to come out, go back, swing around him, and then back in next to that guy. So, excuse me. Well, I didn't swing wide enough the first time. Didn't even know I did it. I hopped the curb because the reason I had to swing out this way is because there was like a median right there. And so it went up into the grass, came up, and that's like where their shed was, like their work shed. I didn't hit the shed, but I hopped the curb, dropped down, hopped the curb, blew 4 tires. Didn't know I did it. I was so goddamn tired. Blew 4 tires. Came around that semi. Looked back once. Said I'm good. And I kept going. Right where the turn signal is on the trailer, I caught the dude's nose. And I kept going. I pulled him 10 feet before I knew I hit him.
In a truck or what?
I was in a semi, yeah. He was in a semi. He was sleeping. That's how he woke up.
Dang it.
Yeah. They thought I was drunk.
Oh, did he? Yeah.
Well, no, I'm the cops did. Let me blow it.
Really?
Well, I'm not tired. I'm not drunk. I'm fucking tired.
Right.
So he asked to see my logbook. And this is something that you can tell a regular officer. You're not a DOT officer. I don't have to show you shit. I didn't say it like that. But I said, I'd rather not. He goes, you have to. I said, I have to for a DOT officer. You're not a DOT officer. So by the time a DOT officer got there, I was in good shape.
You got your crayons out.
And my little ruler.
Yeah.
Those little rulers, I mean, you know, it seems menial, but if you don't have one, you're fucking like...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Using books and shit.
No way around it.
Do you use a paper log anymore?
No, it's all e-log.
Push a button and you're good.
Pretty much. There's a lot to enter now, depending on what kind you got. But yeah, it can suck.
Yeah, you know they're coming out with a new Qualcomm that if you're over your hours, it'll actually slow your truck down. And if you come to a complete stop, it'll actually like stop you from going. It's like 15 miles an hour as fast as you can go.
Actually, I got trucking news that I just heard the other day. I don't know if there's any truth to it or not, but the FMCSA, which is who regulates the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, is trying to ban truck drivers' windshield grenades.
A windshield grenade?
Yes,
What's that?
which that's their piss bottle.
Oh, they're trying to ban them inside the truck?
They're trying. Yes, they if they find one during an inspection or they catch you throwing one out the window or something like that, there is going to be a fine.
Why?
Evidently, Depends has been complaining about the loss.
Well,
And it's just making a mess everywhere, and and leaving piss all over parking lots and all that shit.
I get it.
Yes,
Okay. If you go to a truck stop, it smells like piss. You get out of your truck, there's a faint smell of piss every time you get out of, back where they park. Okay. First thing you do, like if you wake up middle of the morning, you're not walking your ass in the fucking truck stop. You're pissing in a bottle or a cup.
Or-
After you do your pre-trip, if you do one, first thing you're doing is dumping your piss out your window. Now, or throwing it on the ground. Now, the first one's already illegal, Jeff. It's called littering.
yeah. I always just go down between the tractor and trailer.
Right.
I don't
Yep.
put it in a bottle. I just squirt the dirt, we call it.
You've never pissed in a bottle?
I can't say I never have, but it was I was sick or something and unable to control myself. Kidney stones and things like that are pretty prevalent, and when you got something like that, you feel like you got to go all the time, and then sometimes you do have to go and don't realize it, and in those situations, yeah, I have. But
So I was a super trucker before 2010.
yeah,
Before they made you take that half-hour break.
right,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
I don't know if they still do, like for local. I didn't have to be in like doing the route that I did because I stopped enough.
We can take it on the dock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, I always logged a half hour loading and unloading anyway, and then everything else was on line 4. Now they tell you to log it like it is, but I'm not wasting my shit for nobody.
That was the beauty of paper log.
Exactly.
Now you can't.
Yep. So anyway, what was I saying? The fuck was I talking about?
Half-hour break and piss bottle.
Oh yeah, I was a super trucker. Don't get sidetracked, people. So, what I would do is I would take you go get those juice bottles. They're like this big.
Mhm.
Okay. And they had wide mouths. Okay. For obvious reasons. Gatorade bottle size mouths on a bigger jug.
Simply something, yeah.
Do what?
Simply orange.
Something like that, like
Yeah.
grape juice, stuff like that. Not grape juice, cranberry juice, grapes and stuff like that. Those bottles, I'd always keep them with me. Going down the road, I drove with basketball shorts. Still have them on right now. And flip flops.
Wants to be barefoot though when he's in his own house. Oh, you're right. You didn't wear sandals when I met you. You were wearing Crocs, I think.
No, I would never wear those things. No, I wore shoes.
Gotcha.
But anyway, but no, I'd go down the road. I'd go hours, 7 hours, 8 hours without stopping, because I would fill up. Back in the day, well, I think they still have it. I'd always get that big ass fucking cup at Pilot.
Yeah.
I'd fill that sumbitch up, and then get a 20 ounce. So once I emptied it, pour the fucking 20 ounce in there, and I was good to go. Plus, I smoked, so I'd sit back and drink and piss in a bottle and go down the road. This is for entertainment purposes. Nobody actually ever did any of this stuff. Okay.
Dang it.
might be watching. Don't do that. Don't incriminate yourself. Like I said, entertainment purposes only. We love lot lizards. I love lot lizards, but I will not touch one.
I love them from a distance.
Okay. I think we can wrap up today.
I think we can. Well, we can't rap. Neither one of us can rap. So.
Bullshit. I learned. All right. One of my trainees taught me how to rap. You remember that guy?
Oh gosh.
That's the guy that got in my face.
He was the professional because his dad and grandpa drove truck, right?
Right. Yeah, I told him, I said, truck driving is one of the hardest jobs you have to do. And he argued with me. He said, this is cake. This is easy. This is, I was like, yes. Yeah. Doing what I'm doing now is easy because you go to the same fucking place. You don't have to think. I don't have to write shit down. I don't have to have a fucking GPS. I don't have to have anything. I just go.
Right.
You go over the road, that shit's hard. You get into a new city, do what?
I was 10 years over the road.
Yeah. You get into a city that you're not familiar with. You don't know where to go. Chicago. Take a semi down to Chicago. Tell me how fucking easy that shit is.
Yeah. Even the new Jeep, the early GPSs sucked for trucks.
What the hell were they called? Garmin's?
Yeah. Yeah, and they wasn't what they are today. No. They didn't tell you about low bridges and stuff, and they would actually run you down a route with a low bridge in it because they didn't have the information in there yet. They didn't have the technology.
Or dirt roads.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, I didn't have one in 2008. I had a big ass Atlas.
Yeah, that's what I started with too. Yeah.
One of the spiral atlases. So, yep. And you got yellow paper, and you'd write down your trip, and it'd take you a half hour just to write everything down where you had to go.
Yeah.
And you'd keep it up. I'd hold it, up on my dash. And
yeah.
Consequently, I didn't miss a stop when I wrote everything down. I never missed a turn. I did once I went to GPS.
Because you turned the voice off. Because no woman is going to be telling you what to do when you're at work. Don't do that.
I smacked my GPS across the mouth and said, you shut your mouth. I will turn around when I want to. Oh, that's awful. Okay. That's it for us, guys. We are out in left field. Make sure you like, follow, subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell your mom.
Twist her arm.
Do what?
Twist her arm.
I'd twist something else. Okay. Out in left field. I'm Nick.
I'm Jeff.
Have a good day, guys. We'll see you in the next one.